How do you stay free when you can't walk away? Let's talk about something real. What do you do when the aggression, the emotional pressure, the subtle manipulation is coming from someone you live with? Maybe even someone you love? You can't escape them. It could be a close relative, a partner, or a family member. You share a roof, you share a space, and yet you feel like you're being psychologically attacked. Now, what do we mean by psychological attack? It's not always loud or obvious. Sometimes it's in the tone of voice, the look in the eyes, a gesture, a sarcastic comment, or just a cold silence. It's this invisible pressure constantly nudging you to think, feel, or act a certain way. It's like emotional bombardment, without a single word spoken. And here's where many of us fall into a deep trap: psychological dependence. You see, very often we're not just living with someone, we're leaning on them. We may depend on them for emotional security, identity, approval, or even financial support. And the moment that attachment kicks in, something else quietly leaves the room: your freedom. You give it away. Bit by bit, you let go of your boundaries, your clarity, your voice. Why? Because you fear conflict, or rejection, or loss. And so you shrink, you shapeshift, you silence yourself. And now, the real question begins to surface. Is it possible to live with someone like this and still not be controlled? Still not be emotionally hurt? For most people, the instinctive response is to build a wall. You close yourself off. You detach. You stop caring. But let's be honest. Those walls, they don't protect you. They numb you. They make you cold. And before you know it, you're no longer reacting to pain, because you've stopped feeling anything at all. So what's the alternative? Can you stay open and still not be wounded? Can you live with vulnerability and still remain rooted? Can you sit across from that person, feel their irritation, their jabs, and still not react? That's the strength we're searching for. Now let's talk about another layer of this: financial dependence. For many, especially those later in life, it's a real and painful truth. You may not be in a position to start over. A new career, a new path, a new home, it may not feel like an option. So what do you do then? You draw the line. You become crystal clear about where practical dependence ends and where psychological entanglement begins. Yes, you depend on the grocer, the postman, the electricity company. That's life. But psychologically, emotionally, that's your space. That's your responsibility. That's your freedom. So what can you do right now? Acknowledge your dependency without shame, without blame. Get clear. Where are you supported? And where are you entangled? Free your inner space. Let go of the need to be validated by someone who doesn't see you clearly. Ask yourself, why do I need this person's approval? Why do I believe I can't be satisfied without them? Can I begin to meet myself instead? And here's the truth I want you to take home. Freedom, especially inner freedom, is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Yes, you may depend on others in practical ways. That's okay. But your soul, your clarity, your emotional center, that's yours and yours alone. Don't aim to run. Don't aim to numb. Instead, choose to live with courage, consciousness, and clarity, even in the middle of complexity. That's where your power lives. And you, my friend, are powerful beyond measure.